Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review here on the channel where we're continuing on our hashtag Glencadam week. And today we're going to be reviewing the Glencadam 19-year-old. Now this is a limited edition one and it's also unique because this one is actually finished in Oloroso Sherry Cask. So in terms of the whiskey itself, this is a 19-year-old whiskey bottled at an ABV of 46%. The actual maturation for this one is at least 13 years in the bourbon barrels, and then it's transferred over and finished for 6 years in the Oloroso Sherry Cask to give it its 19-year-old age statement. Now the distillery itself is the Glencadam Distillery. They're owned by the parent company Angus Dundee, and they're located in the Highland region of Scotland. Now the price point on a full-size bottle of this one at the moment online, and I think I've been seeing this everywhere, is around about between £100 and £108 here in the UK currently. And in terms of exclusivity, yes, this is exclusive. It's a limited edition run, and it's only, I think, 6,000 bottles, as it should say on the bottom of the bottle. Now, in terms of caramel colouring, is there any added to this one? This is all natural, so it's all natural colour and non-chill filtered, as Angus Dundee like it. And also, if you have missed any of the videos in the Glencadam playlist where I reviewed the 10, the 13, the 15, and the 17 and 18, wow, there was a lot. I'll leave it linked here in the top corner, and we've got the 21 to go, and fingers crossed, the 25 coming up very soon. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the nose. So just from my first nosing, my impressions on the nose for the Glencadam 19, this is going to be very different from the other expressions I've tasted and nosed so far. And that's one thing I really like about these vertical tastings. I can highlight the big differences between each expression. So first impression, this is quite creamy on the actual nose. It's got sort of a, I'd say it's like almost when you have those, a sort of a milk creamy presence to it on the nose. Then you get into a sort of candied citrus peel, almost like a clementine, a nice sweetness, but a candied form of it. Golden syrup, dark dried fruits are starting to make their entrance, and this is where those classic sherry characters are really coming through on this one. For me, it's those dark dried fruits. It's these dried figs, these raisins, plums, a bit of prunes, I'd like to say as well. It's all these different combinations that make a nice fruit cake or a fig cake. I was going to say fig cake, but a little bit of a fruit cake, even with a little bit of fig cake added on the side. And then from that, you do get this really sort of sweeter, fruitier presence, almost like a caramelized pear, a little bit like a dessert actually. And holding itself very, very strong on the end. And this is something I noticed when I tasted it off camera as well, is there's a very strong sort of presence on this one of blackcurrant. And you try to shake it off, but it's still there. It's almost like a blackcurrant jam. That's about it for the nose. That's got a lot going on and a lot of nice characters. Let's see if we can find that on the palate. Sláinte. Arrival is actually quite lighter than actually the 18 and the 17 before it, where you get sort of a medium texture. But this is where the flavors really take off, and you're now greeted to a flavor explosion on the palate. It's almost like a dark plum in its own juices. You then move into like that liquid fruit cake where you're getting a lot of these nice juicy, darker, fruitier presences. Blackcurrant jam, it's back off the nose, it's now here onto the palate, and you're really getting that nice sweetness and that sort of berry character along with it. As you move off that, you're getting this slight hint of spices, as it's sort of feeling like the spices are now developing a comeback, and you're getting this sort of faint hints of black pepper, sweet cloves, and then it moves into a sweeter presence of this hints of, say, milk chocolate, prunes, and raisins. But at the same time, that nice creamy presence on this one really holds quite well. Actually, holding there just on the back of the palate as well, a slight leathery and even a sweet tobacco note. This has got some really insane flavors on this one. I can't wait to get into the finish and give you guys my conclusion. So let's do that. So to come to my conclusion on the Glencadam 19, opinions on the finish. The finish for this one's got a nice, I'd say, a medium. It's got like a kind of a long presence about it. You get those classic sherry notes. You're getting those dried fruits really coming off on this one very well. And it's a very nice balance of flavors. In terms of the actual notes continuing on from that, it develops a slight bitter character. It's almost like you're eating sort of grapes off a vine and you bit into a bit of the actual vine itself instead of eating the grape. And you get that little bit of a tannic bitterness about it. But as soon as that fades through, you're greeted by this nice sort of toasted, sweet caramel character, and that sort of caresses the palate and then just sort of makes you want to dive back into the glass and go for another sip. And that's something that I'm probably going to do before getting to my conclusion. So I'll have another sip and finish this one off, and we'll come to our conclusion. There it is. So now to my concluding notes on this whiskey. I'm going to give you guys my rating because I really wanted to enjoy that last bit of this whiskey. It's just really good stuff. So I'm giving this an 89 out of 100. My reason behind that, it's got a very nice structure, nice character, nice complexity, and also a nice depth on this whiskey where you're getting so much going on. That Oloroso Sherry character really pushing itself through. The only thing I didn't actually get from the Oloroso Sherry character is a slight nutty note, which I normally get with Oloroso characters, but this one was quite very well constructed, so it rounded out certain aspects. So that was actually kind of interesting in that sense. So minus that, in terms of flavor profile, fantastic, great stuff. I really like the way they've actually used the Oloroso cask for this Glencadam expression. The only thing I would say, and this is me being very, very critical, is I think the price should just be under 100, but then that could be asking a lot because it is a limited edition run, so once it's gone, it's gone. But Glencadam, this is a fantastic whiskey. If you guys like those Oloroso Sherry characters coming through, a nice sherry presence, a little bit of saltiness, but at the same time, not a lot of spice, and this variety of not having a super viscous whiskey, this does the job very, very well. So let me know if you try this down below in the comment section. But if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to drop it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel and stay up to date with all the latest videos. And I'm going to leave some other Glencadam videos on screen. This has been me, JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you for the next video. Slàinte.